Hey guys, I thought today I'm using the time to just tell you a little bit about how far we are with the course creator change. So basically, for everyone who hasn't seen that yet, our masterclass is at the moment on Teachable. But we are moving to a new platform. I already signed up everything. I'm going through the learning material, and also all the course material is already on the platform. It's called Course Creator 360. It's an all-in-one platform. I have to learn a lot of stuff, to be honest, like email segmenting and also automations that I want to use on the start. And also because one guy in the Discord server was asking me about it, so I thought, like, you know what, I just share my thoughts about that. What we did, Phoenix Nomads is our company, and we incorporated that in the US. It's a Phoenix Nomads LLC, so it's a limited liability company. The reason why, for the last couple of years, I'm a digital nomad, so it's like 7-8 years now I'm traveling around the world. And there are some tax advantages. Let's be very straightforward. Since a couple of years, I was already thinking about creating my next company with a tax advantage. And to make it short in this video, because I don't want to talk too much about that one here, but if you are not a US citizen and you have an LLC just as a sole ownership, like you yourself, then there is a way how you can set up the LLC so that the taxation goes through to the owner of that company. So that means in that case, I don't have to pay any corporate tax in the US for my company, so the Phoenix Nomads. Everything will go through to me as the individual. And now comes the cool part. If you travel around and you are a digital nomad, to make it very simple, there's something it's called the multiple flag theory. So everybody is always talking about, you know, those Cayman Islands and whatever, like trying to avoid tax, but there are legal ways how you can pay less tax than other people. And one of those ways is, for example, the flag theory. And how it works is, because there's multiple layers to that, you can go even deeper. But in simple terms, set up your company in a country where your company doesn't pay any tax. So this is flag number 1. Step number 2, you yourself as the individual live in a country or live a lifestyle where you don't have to pay any taxes. What do I mean by that? That's very interesting. So, for example, if I would live in Panama, Panama is one of those countries that has a territorial taxation. So I'm not very familiar with this, but there are websites who people talk about the system, right? But I read about this a lot and it was very interesting. So, for example, Panama, they have a taxation system that you only have to pay tax on the income that you create inside of the country. So if you have a company like me now, for example, and you create courses and you sell those courses not in Panama, but I would live in Panama, then I wouldn't have to pay any taxes on that income because it's outside of Panama, right? And there's like, this topic goes big. Like each individual has a specific type how they live. Every digital nomad has a specific type how they live. And so it depends really on your lifestyle and what you want to achieve. For me, for example, I'm traveling around a lot. And there's this rule that, that's coming back to the LLC, there's this rule where I live more than 186 days, this is where I have to be taxated. So for example, if I would move back to Germany, where I come from, and I would stay more than 186 days in a year, then me as the individual would be taxated in Germany. And then the LLC wouldn't make sense anymore, because in Germany, they would think it's it's a limited liability company and I have to taxate it, and that value is pretty high. So I wouldn't have any tax benefits there. But as long as I, for example, now at the moment I'm living in Portugal, and as long as I'm traveling around in countries that the taxation is less, or I myself can be in a country where, oh, there's something. Yesterday we played a card game. I found one of those tokens, Dungeons and Dragons Mayhem, if anyone knows that game. Anyway, what did I want to say? Oh yeah, and flag number 3. So you already understand flag number 1. Create your company in a country that doesn't have any taxation. Dubai, for example, is one of those. But I'm not so familiar. There's books where you can read about this, but create a company where the company doesn't pay any tax. You as the individual have a lifestyle that you don't have to pay any tax. Those are the 2 biggest parts. And then number 3, even if you have those 2 in place, you still create products where, for example, there is, what's it called? Those 19%. I forgot the name in English now, but anyway, you know what I mean. Like if you sell something, you have to pay the what's it called in English? I forgot. Write in the chat, please. What's the name? You pay this tax on top of this, right? But there's also legal ways how you can avoid this, so that you don't have to. Is it surcharge? No, I don't know. You don't have to pay that. No, I haven't built the third flag yet, but there is ways how you can build products, especially with digital products, so that you can avoid paying those. So I don't want to go into the argument, is this now ethical correct or not correct? I see it like this: as long as I'm building a company where I can help people, not just trying to make profit for me, but every company should make profit so that you can hire more people. So you will always have this debate: is this now correct or this not correct? I don't want to go into this route, but I personally think if you look through history and you look a little bit into money system, countries who are like after a crash and everything is building up again, they can give you lower taxation. So for example, a friend of mine, he lives in Georgia. Why? Because Georgia is just building up the economy, and they give for every entrepreneur and company that comes to Georgia 1% taxation. So just legally, you can just pay 1%. Why do countries do this? Yeah, after they start building up everything, they want that companies come in, because this is part of the economy system, right? You want to build it up. But then there's a certain point when you look through history, after you build this up, you reach a point where the debt of the country goes higher and higher, because we have a debt system all over the world. It just goes higher and higher, and then you have to pay more taxation because they have to pay the interest on top of that. So countries like Germany right now, they have such high interest that they have to pay because they have so much high debt. US the same. And this is why they cannot even give those low taxations. This is just my simple view of the world, right? So if you have the ability to travel, you can choose in which country you want to go. And that's, anyway, I'm rambling a little bit around this. Let me know in the comments if you find this topic interesting. I mean, it's not the main core topics for this YouTube channel right now, but of course I was always thinking about this. And that's coming back to Course Creator. Because of that, I wanted to make sure that the company is now set up correctly, and so that I can have a payment system also with our US bank account. We already have all of this, but we still miss the EIN numbers, the employment identification number. I need that one so that I can also create a Stripe account and the PayPal for that, because I don't want to now use my old one that I have still all in Germany set up. I could, but I just want to make this cut now straight. So EIN number, when I looked into this, you can apply for an EIN number in the US, and with fax, it should take 4 days. But I got an answer back that the fax machines are broken or whatever, I don't know. So now they're sending me an email back, a mail back, not email, and it will take like 2 weeks or whatever. So everything is a little bit delayed. On my end, the course was already set up and I could make the move, and it was planned now for the end of March that we move everything from Teachable to, if you're interested why I made a video, why we switch, and it just makes more sense. It's a little bit more expensive on my end, but if I calculate now all the tools that I will get from Course Creator 360, like the email marketing and segmenting, the automation, and like even sending SMS and everything is included in that one. This is kind of cool. Anyway, I will have to learn a lot with this platform, so I will just make a short launch when everything is ready. We'll set up the new price, which I'm still thinking about what it's in, because we did a lot of stuff now with the masterclass, and I want to build up on that one as well. Not yet sure. I will see how the price will go. Definitely higher than it is right now. And yeah, that's basically it. We have now 3 additional packs in the masterclass, from the film grain, the transition pack, and also the LUT pack, which I still have to make a video to explain everyone more how to use this, but the LUT pack is already there. It's not just for DaVinci Resolve. You can use those LUTs in any software, even Photoshop or Premiere Pro and everything. Yeah, that's it from my side. 9 minutes again. I hope you liked this video. If yes, hit like, subscribe, ding a ding in the bang bang gong, and we see us in tomorrow's video. I'm Daniel. Bye.